Hi everybody, it's Monique Michaels and we're going to have a little chat. I want to talk to you about President Trump and the fact that I actually support President Trump. And I want to clarify, I don't support everything that he does and or is doing, just like I've never accepted and or supported everything that any past president has ever done or did. My point here is that when this whole thing first started and he decided to run, I just didn't know what to do because neither of the candidates were ones that I wanted. HRC was not somebody that I trusted or believed in, and then we have this new guy Trump who tends to be, oh my gosh, he's part of, the wealthy elite. So I've started looking into things, and whenever I hear Trump has done this or done that, I've looked into it and found that it's not actually as bad as they've made it out to be. They've kind of started doing this alarming thing where they're getting everybody riled up and getting everybody emotional about things. And I don't particularly care for that. Growing up as a kid, I was one of the ones that always spoke out and said, nope, that's not right, I don't like that. I was also the kid that said, why? Why? I wanted to know why. You gave me an answer and I still said why. And I wanted to know the why behind the why. And so that's why I am who I am today. I get in there and I dig down deep and I get stuck in these rabbit holes, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, how can we keep moving forward on a day-to-day basis like this? So I'm here to implore you and to ask you to stop for a minute and ask yourself, if you can't stand watching Trump, if you can't stand listening to him, if you can't stand even having a discussion about him because you get completely and so emotional about it, you might ask yourself a question why that's happening. And if it's really a logical and a sensible way to be when so much is at stake right now. There is a lot going on and a lot that we don't understand. And as I've watched, I've had to learn to come to trust President Trump. Because quite frankly, what we know to be true, what I know to be true as the conspiracy queen, is there is a deep state government out there. And they are pulling the strings and doing things that we, as the people, really don't want them to do, but they make it look like they're doing things for us that we do want them to do. And so I've really had to step back and really carefully look at things, and if somebody set an alarm off, I go and I look and see what they're setting the alarm off about, and I'm like, not such a big deal. So what we have to consider here is President Trump is playing a game of chess. I'm not a big chess person. But if you understand chess, it's all about moves and counter moves, which means that what he's doing right now or what he's doing later might not make sense to us, but he's looking down the road. He's looking at what he has to do next. So if you just imagine that he is dealing with over 70% compromised federal representatives, compromised in that they are not there for our best interest, but they are actually working for the wealthy elite, this global deep state government. If we consider this for 1 minute, that President Trump is dismantling things, he's taking something apart so that he can put something back together that's better for us. The things that he's taking apart right now might look scary, and you might be going, what in the hell is this man doing? He's insane, he's crazy. It doesn't make sense. But what we have to do right now is trust this man. I honest to God believe we need to trust him right now. Because of what I've seen, because of what I've watched, because of what I've heard and then checked into, I ask you to do the same thing. Take your own time, do your own due diligence, and look into what is going on out there and what's actually being said. Look at both sides of the arguments, or all sides of the arguments. These days there's a lot more sides out there than just one. We need to take a step back from the emotions. We need to take a step back from getting so spun out, emotionally speaking, that we are unable to communicate with our fellow man. We are all one, we're all together, we all want to be unified. But we can't do that if there are elements out there that are causing us to be separated. So I ask you, as the LGBT community and a community that embraced me because of me being different and me being the pink sheep of my family, I was embraced by this community because of my differences. And now I come to this community once again and I say, I'm still different. I'm still not like you. I still think differently than you do. I have different feelings and emotions, but it doesn't make me a bad person. I still support the LGBTQ community. I am still here because I am an LGBT person. But I think differently, and I'm hoping and I'm asking for the love and the acceptance of this community to embrace me once again and to give me a chance to express my feelings. Not to change your mind, but just to express another perspective and another point of view.